Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 in Japan. In previous episode we managed to conquer a little bit more land over here in Borneo. We opened up the markets and we lost a lot of money, but I think we're slowly recuperating from that, although we still need to increase the construction speed a lot. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have one construction sector underway at all times until we get to the point where the investment pool is starting to shrink. So that way we'll start increasing the sort of total money that we get, more or less. Well, not necessarily too much, but you know, the GDP is going to start growing a lot faster, and that will make a lot. Oh, rubber discovered in Chiang Mai, and okay, so there's a lot of rubber discovered in Siam, or well, in that region, which is something that we should probably get into soon. At least we got on Borneo. We got a little bit of land in Sumatra. First we could do a war against... Oh, now we're losing a lot of... Oh, it's the government administration being built in Kansai. Well, at least that's going to fix the bureaucracy issues that we have. Well, most of it at least. So that'll at least give a bit more tax in return, but at the same time, not getting a lot of the investment pool transfers. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to put in one more construction sector over here in our capital. It's going to be very high... I mean, if we zoom in, that is a lot of stuff in there. Is that... It's 20 trade centers, over 20 administration centers, a lot of factories, and some farms as well. But those farms are sort of outside in the state, or further out in the state. Well, there's the neighboring states' industry. Oh, there we go, electrical generation unlocked. Right, let's go ahead and... I suppose we could go for the steam donkey. That would be actually quite useful in a lot of ways. Get that done. And after that, we might want to get some military stuff, maybe. Although, I suppose we're not going to unlock... Well, the hand-crank machine guns would be quite nice for the kill rate and all that. And then self-propelled torpedoes for the torpedo boats to get our fleet be slightly better. We still got a bit of a lackluster fleet. I mean, it's 60 flotillas total, so it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best either. We're currently number 11 in the rankings, and above us is Jing, which, you know, not really a surprise to be fair. Ooh, luxury clothing is getting a bit expensive. Let's go ahead and give the luxury or the textile mills a bit more levels. That'll probably be worthwhile. And what do we have? We got 6 construction sectors at our capital already, so that increases the construction efficiency in Kansai by 6%. That's not too bad. And once we switch to the steel frame building, which to be fair would be quite expensive, it would start reducing or requiring even some explosives as well. To be fair, the chemical plant, well, it's not profitable right now. I'm sure that we're going to get something out of... Oh, Baton is neutral now, so we can stop damaging relations there. And what we'll do is we'll do a quick conquer state war goal against them to consolidate more of the region. I'll send in this army again against the main front, I suppose. Still losing a lot of cash, but once the administration has been built in 2 and 3 weeks, then that will start giving us a bit more money. It's another 30,000 that we get from the stuff there. We haven't passed the colonial exploitation. We got 44% chance of passing it though, so we'll probably keep that going. Soon enough, it'll probably pass, and then we can start switching the government a little bit to get the legitimacy up a little bit more. Then we can afford increasing taxes if need be. Come on, nope. Well, we got the endorsement. 20 prestige wouldn't be too bad, but right now we already got 1,000 prestige, so 20 extra. I mean, there's some percentages that would be added in there, but there's not really that much. I'm going to take a 10% chance to pass this law. And there we go. All the things that were... Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got a bit of extra bureaucracy. Not enough to start coring too much. I mean, we could maybe start making some of the... Like the Micronesia, for example. Oh, we're already incorporating that. Okay. And there's Mindanao. Would that be... That's another 20 years. We could probably afford doing that one. And we'll also do Luzon. Maybe if we do North Borneo, that might be... Well, that's another 20 years. But I suppose we can afford doing some of that. Of course, since they are not homelands for Japan, or our culture, then the coring takes a while. We are a bit low legitimacy, although we've now gotten up to 50 again, so that means a little bit less of a problem. Hey, and Floating Harbour has been completed. Oh, look at that. The clothing shortage is not quite as bad as the service shortage I get. Oh, right, we got the power, so what we'll probably do... where do we have the industrial stuff? Encouragement production over there. Do we have a lot of peasants in here? We got a decent bit. I'm going to start getting some power plants in here. And get to 5 already. Because then we're going to start switching a lot of the lighting over here, for example, into electric street lights. Admittedly, right now we can't afford it, but if we can get enough production for it, then that's going to save us a lot in coal. That's going to increase the services by another 20 per urban center. So that's already going to be quite a bit of extra services, and then that is going to hopefully... Oh, samurais are no longer quite as loyal. Oh well, it happens. Right, so the war against Bhutan, is that actually going to happen? I doubt it. Well, they can't call anyone in now. So it's quite likely that they'll just surrender. If not, then we'll just stomp over them. Oh, there we go, they're back down. So now we've got most of the state again. Is there anything that we gained that we didn't already have? Oh, actually, yes. There is. We'll discover a New South Wales. Oh. Interesting. Oh, we've got a construction sector over here as well. That's quite nice. And the port is already at industrial port. So yeah, there we go. That's a little bit more stuff. Tidore would be another nice target, especially once we get Western New Guinea fully in our control. Well, most of it under our control, and that would be already pretty good. There we go, we got another chemical plant, so we're still losing 40,000 per week. We got 16 million credit, but we have managed to increase the maxed amount of debt that we can have a little bit. Perhaps not quite sufficiently, but... Oh, and now we're using a bit more bureaucracy again. Okay, we might want to get... Let's have a look at the... Oh, unhealthy... Yeah, we got 75% of our credit used. Tools and steamers are a bit expensive. Okay, so steamers, if we were to get another shipyard in here, that would probably fix some of that issue. Although it's not really that expensive yet. The tools, on the other hand, might be... It's a little bit more. Actually, the same... percentage is fairly close to one another. Taxation efficiency, Shubu is going to need a bit more boost there, so let's go ahead and give it another bit of boost, I suppose. Or another government administration building there. We don't want to build too many at a time, though, because that seems to be a bit of a problem. Okay, so legitimacy is still going a little bit up and down. We've got 5 million radicals, so that's already starting to influence the approval ratings a little bit. Admittedly, we're also getting a little bit of loyalists right now, but the amount of radicals that we're getting is just so much higher. Oh, transit damaging relations. That's not good. I wonder what they want. I mean, oh. Hey, Steam Donkey completed. Okay, so, at this stage, modern nursing is spreading in the military. In the society, we're getting the pan-nationalism. That might not be a bad idea to just complete it real quick. That would start getting... Maybe then work on the identification documents just for the extra taxation, because we're still losing 74,000 taxes. Now, to be fair, yeah, the number increased because we went for higher tax bracket. I do wonder, though, we've still got 26,000 in the investment pool, so we could probably go ahead and put in a bit more construction capital, because that is the place that we are producing or constructing probably the most right now. Kyushu is another one that we might want to increase a bit further. Those two will probably get us to the point where the investment pool is going to start diminishing a little bit. But that's the funny part in here, like, we got 70 million credit, but we got 50 million in the investment pool. Unfortunately, we're not getting enough money otherwise, so the investment pool transfers don't save us... Well, I mean, they do save us money, just not enough is the problem. But if we'll... Oh, there we go, we hit 100 million already in GDP. So how far are we from the French now? They have gotten another 7 million in there. But I think we got, like, 12 or 13 million or something like that in the same time, so... We are slowly catching them up. Oh, there we go. Pan-nationalism done. We can put in. We could probably put in another tax, or we could put one of the boosts back. I think the boost might actually be the smart idea. I'm going to put the identification documents to be underway. Then maybe the steel frame buildings would be another good way to get extra construction speed. Although it's going to be a little bit expensive in some regards. But right, with the stuff here, so let's put in the decree into Chubu. We'll put the manufacturing industry boost back. So that should increase the throughput quite a bit in there. I don't know how much of an impact it's going to have in the money that we make. Language in classrooms. Which lose 10% assimilation, but I suppose the assimilation doesn't really happen right now anyway. So we'll say language is a part of the heritage. For now. But if we can start reducing the radicals a little bit, and maybe get some more loyalists, that's probably a smart idea. Discord within the intelligentsia. 15% success chance. Sure, intelligentsia is the one party or interest group that we can't really take away from the government right now. Yeah, there we go. We've got a lot of construction going in there. Is the investment pool... There is still extra in the investment pool, actually. Alright, do we still have a lot of... Yeah, we could probably build another construction sector over here. That's going to get us to close to 150 total points per week. So the construction is certainly increasing rather rapidly in here. We can see the upturn in the GDP as well. It is growing rather rapidly, but you know, we're getting a lot of factories built. How's the standard of living? That's actually going down slightly. It's not really been doing all that strong. How we're paying 80,000 for interest already. Okay, as soon as we pass the colonial exploitation, I don't want to reduce the... Well, we can probably afford losing the legitimacy a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now we're making some money. If we can start reducing the interest a little bit, then we can slowly reduce the taxation once we get all... Well, yeah, hopefully we can get the legitimacy a bit higher so we can keep the loyalist numbers going up at least, and the radicals not going up too fast. Ah, there we go. We're getting our first power plant, and it's going to take another 30 weeks to be built. Right, so I suppose what we could do, now that we've got some sort of income, Banja, I think it's time for you to join... Oh, you got an alliance in Perak. Oh! Oh, you've got defensive back with Spain as well. Okay, that could be a bit of an issue. Is there anyone else that I could easily... Oh, I suppose Tidor is another one that I could start invading. Do you have any... You're part of the Italian market. You've got truce with Spain. You're a Dominion of Spain. Okay. What about Mindanao then? Because we already own part of that state. You're part of the Italian market. You're protector under Spain. Is Spain part of the... Oh, Spain is part of the Italian market. Okay. Well, that would make more sense now. I suppose New South Wales is another one that we could start expanding into. Like, if we take Western Australia, for example, to begin with. So if we were to declare war on you... Western Australia? You don't have a lot of troops? There's not that many that could even join this. We'll start with that one. We'll send in the army from here. To advance through that area. It depends who joins them, of course. If there's nothing too large nation, or not too many large nations that join in, we'll be able to conquer this quite easily. If there is a war in the first place, like they are fearful. Oh, prison is embargoing us. Alright. That's a bit of a shame. But like, it's very likely that they will give up without a fight. Although, just in case... I wonder if I was to take Southern Australia as well. I'm going to put in a... Well, I'm going to put in a war goal for it. It's going to increase our infamy a little bit higher. Raising concerns. Ooh, samurais actually... Well, it wouldn't be quite enough. On the other hand, if we start reducing the samurai's strength there, that might not be the worst. But no, I don't know. It seems like... keeping the shogunate, the samurais would be quite an important portion of that. But apparently their New South Wales seems to be... Oh, and they back down. They seem to be somewhat of a... Yeah, they got Council Republic, so yeah. They're communist. Right, but we got part of the state here. We got some wheat farms here. Let's make sure that we use some tools there. We'll start producing some wine in here, actually. That's going to be very important. Then the gold mines... Oh, we could put in the steam donkey there. That's not a bad idea. Let's actually do that on all gold mines, quite frankly. Reduce the workforce needed. And then what else? We got food industries in here. We definitely want to get some upgrades on these. Some canneries as well. There we go. So that's a few things there. Motor industries. We could probably use at least the water... Well, we can probably go for the rotor valve engine actually all the way. It's a bit extra coal consumption, but that's not too bad. It's going to save us a lot of workforce. Textile mill. Well, we can use the craftsman design. We can put in the mechanized loom, actually. Going to reduce the workforce needed, at least to some degree. Tuning workshop, definitely use steel tools. And maybe a little bit of automation there. Don't really need to do too much, to be fair. Like, there is actually a little bit extra already. But we're going to get a lot of gold mines in here. But one to the top, another one, or the rest further down along there. Arts Academy, realistic art. And I'm going to go for the poetry patronage. But that would be all the industries there, I suppose. Oh, it's already using the market square. We can put public trams there. And lighting, we don't have any power yet. And I don't want to use coal for that one. The whaling station needs to definitely use the steamers. And we've got the wheat farm done. What about the livestock ranch? That is, well, it's good enough. Railway is already using the correct stuff as well. I suppose the port is the last... Okay, so that's good. So that is now set up. There's a bit of extra population in there. Nothing massive. But that means that a lot of them can start hiring again. That'll definitely help a long way. How's the... Oh, we got Inactive trade, yeah, I suppose we can cancel that trade route then. So there is actually some fine art being purchased already. We produced some, but clearly we needed more. Siam wants an alliance. I'm not opposed to that, actually. If we could bring Siam into our market, I wonder. They are independent in terms of the market. Bankrolling, it's only 4,000 per week. Oh, wow. Wait, do they have... Oh, they got isolation, so we can't bring them into our market. But hey, we can probably or assist them in expanding a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to sort of assisting some nations. I'll take Indonesia, they can have Indochina. And they'll also need to do a landing into Korea at some point in the near future. Start getting into the mainland there. Right, is there still... Right, so opiate sulfur is starting to be a bit expensive. Explosives are still quite expensive as well. Oh, embargo from Banjar. Alright. Right, so sulfur mines over here, we're going to start using some dynamite. Also, is there any other mines over here that we could use? Oh, actually, what we can do is we can put Steam Donkey at the logging camp, and we don't have electricity yet, so the electric sawmills is not an option quite yet. Coal mines over here, we could start using the Steam Donkey as well to reduce the workforce needed. So there's a little bit extra in there. There we go. We're still losing 6,000 per week. But the investment pool is still growing, so we could afford building something that would increase that. Let's actually have a look at the northern Borneo. There is not a lot of extra pops in there. Because most of the areas that we own don't have a lot of extra pops right now, because we've... Well, actually, yeah, we've got one level over here. Do we want to get another one? Might not be the worst idea, but I suppose it's not really the best idea either. I think we're going to build somewhere in, like, Shikoku, maybe? Get another construction sector there. But otherwise, the lead and hardwood and sulfur prices are pretty high. Porcelain prices also increasing. Tool prices a bit high. So it's... Oh, do we have low market access again somewhere? No, we don't actually. Steamer prices... Oh, finally we got the colonial exploitation. That took a while. Right, let's go ahead and switch to the intelligentsia-only government. It's going to reduce the loyalists a little bit and increase the radicals slightly. But it's going to improve our legitimacy. And that is what we need right now. We get the -10 from the taxation. Ooh, and we suddenly lost probably some other bonuses there. Well, I don't know, but we're losing a lot of money, that's for sure. I suppose the colonial exploitation should bring us a bit more throughput in the non-incorporated states. So in that regard, it's probably going to be more production in the long run, and maybe even a bit more profits in the long run. We're losing 25,000 though, oh wow. Well, admittedly, if we were to get rid of the interest rate, that would already fix a lot of the issues. Do we still... Okay, we need a bit more iron. I'm going to put in another 5 iron mines to be built. And also, I should probably make sure that we build... Oh, the sulfur mine is already expanding. I think we put in 1 level there already. But some of that might have been the automatic expansion as well. Insufficient agriculture. We should follow their advice. And the GDP is now 104 million, so it's definitely growing. I suppose one thing that I should start doing, since we do lack a lot of wood, we lack about 1,000 wood. So with the power that we start producing, we should start switching some of the logging camps, not necessarily all of them, but some of them, into... Actually, how much does it produce power per level? It's going to be 50 per level. It's going to require a lot of motor industries, to be fair, so we'll put in 1 extra level there. Oh, Australian secession. Oh dear. Yeah, there's a lot of turmoil in there, admittedly. Well, I guess we're going to have another war. But yeah, we'll start producing a lot of extra wood and tools. Oh, we do have a lot of fertilizer. Well, some fertilizer right now. And a lot of grain. Yeah, the military goods cost is a bit. Subsidies is a little bit. But it's mostly the interest rates, and I suppose the construction... Oh, we got some construction that is not covered. Oh, it's the government administration. So that's why we're losing the money. Most of it, anyway. Alright, so it's me versus Western Australia. So what we'll do is we'll... Oh, we got... Okay. What we'll do is we'll activate the small army. Mobilize. And then we can land that into Australia. Because the other army from here was pushed away. So I believe... Oh, do we already have a power plant? We do actually have a power plant in here. Don't do any wood cutting there or there. Over here we got 5, so if we were to put this into electric sawmills, a bit more tools and a lot of electricity, But that is going to start providing a bit more wood, which we definitely need. Ah, there we go. The sulfur mining Kyushu is underway. We got a lot of... oh, right. So there's the motor industries. We don't actually have that many things on the production queue. Rather discover in southern Sumatra. What are we researching? We're getting the identification documents, and that's going to be a lot of extra taxation that we need. Definitely good news for us. Right, we could probably afford increasing the construction speed even further, to be fair. Just going to get another level over there. Admittedly, the construction speed that we have has been on a fairly high trajectory there, but the GDP growth has been stalled for a little bit here. Right, well, we should probably... We've got a lot of coal mines here. Coal price isn't too bad. The sulfur price is starting to be pretty high, though. Do we have a lot of explosives, or do we still lack in explosives? We do still lack a little bit in explosives. Not too bad, though. But we're going to put in another chemical plant over here in Kansai. But we do need a bit more sulfur as well, so I suppose if we... Oh, sulfur mines are already using the explosives, never mind. What about the lead mines? Where did we have the lead mines? Was it over here? Yes. Those are not using explosives quite yet. Admittedly, the lead price isn't too bad, is it? Well, it's a little bit on the high side. So if we were to put that in, that's an extra 20 per level. So a bit more lead that can be used in, like, glass production and such. So how's the power plant doing? We produce 45 electricity. We don't use that much, actually. Let's go ahead and put in... Oh, we don't have any logging camps over here. Is there... You know what? I'm going to put in the electric street lights over here already. It's going to be increasing the electricity price a lot. But it's also going to be providing a lot of services. Plus it means that the electricity plants over here that we have built already should be able to provide a lot more... Or there's incentive to increase the production a lot faster. So over time it's going to be fixed. No doubt. Oh, there we go. The investment pool is actually reducing now. Nothing massive, but it is reducing. Right, so the war didn't start yet. And I'm pretty sure that the secessions or uprisings cannot be stopped from happening, or they won't back down before the thing actually starts. So we'll just have to do a landing in there, but that's about it. What are we getting in the production? Oh, pump track. That might not be a bad idea, actually. We could get some oil rigs, because I'm pretty sure that in... Was it Chubu? That is going to have some oil at some point. The sooner we do the pump tracks, the better for us, of course. And then we'd also get the automated irrigation in a lot of plantations. Especially the plantations that we need a lot. Like the sugar plantations, that would be quite good. And then ammunition prices a bit elevated. Devout Scandal. Sure. Buddhist Monk's popularity going down is probably going to be a good idea. Okay, there we go. GDP is increasing and we're getting a lot of iron mines, to be fair. Oh, and the war has started. Right, so we'll just take one of the fleets. We don't need to have all of them. To landing in Western Australia. And who is the commander for that? It's going to be... Oh, good old Mitsuo Tokugawa. Veteran of many wars. I'm pretty sure that that landing will be successful. They don't really have that... Oh yeah, they got one battalion total. So that's probably not going to stop us, let's be honest. Also, since we got a lot of fertilizer available, I'm just going to increase the rice farming a bit further. We got quite a bit of grain, admittedly, although the price isn't that massively reduced. And the standard of living, I think it's going upwards now again. If we can fix that to some degree, that'd be quite nice. The amount of loyalists, we seem to be slowly getting more. But at the same time, we're getting a lot of... Or we have gotten a decent bit of radicals. But I suppose the radical numbers drop because the secession over here. But where is... Or how soon is the landing going to happen? That is... Okay, stop scrolling. 10 days. I really hate that every time that there's a new thing that it jumps you to the top of here. When you try to scroll in. That is definitely one of the pet peeves that I have with this. But oh well. In the meanwhile, so the motor industries are now okay. How's the motor... Okay, engine price is actually a little bit high, so we might want to get another level there. How's the paper price? That's not too bad. Furniture... Oh, the hardwood price is starting to be a bit high, actually. So that's something that we should probably fix. Is there... Well, you know what? We'll get another logging camp over here. It already produces that. We could probably put some rail transportation for that. Maybe even the steam donkey. Although that means more engines then, but... Oh, speaking of engines... Oh, we already got the... Right, we did that for all gold mines already. How much do we get from minting? 83,000 per week. And, oh, the GDP, or investment pool is increasing again. Well, I suppose the industrialists are very happy, so that increases the investment pool contribution by 20% from the capitalists, so that is quite an influx in there. Which means we should probably increase our construction speed further. Let's do that. It's already 160, so that's 8 full buildings per week, assuming that there's no negative modifiers. Oh, identification documents almost done, so that's going to fix some of the taxation issues. We're losing interest in, oh, Northern Germany. Oh, but we can support more interests. Let's put that back into Northern Germany, I guess. Right, well, that's at least going to allow us to do trading in there, although, oh, there we go, identification documents done. Let's go for the pump check. Get that one done, and there we go. We're losing 2,000 per week. It's not too bad. And I'm sure that the GDP is on the upward trajectory again. Motor engine is almost done. Chemical plant in Kansai is underway. And looks like our landing was a success over here. Oh, definitely. I mean, there's only one battalion fighting on the enemy side. Oh, and we got an extra one over here. Yeah, I'll just let it be there for now. I'm guessing the revolution over here is going to end up soon. They don't want to take that piece offer quite yet, but I'm sure that soon enough they will. Once they realize that they can't really get away from all of this. Right, so we're getting a bit more shipyard over here in Shikoku. Would that be... The ironclad price isn't too bad. Steamer price is something that we need to worry about a little bit more. So we're going to build another shipyard over here. Government administration. How many places do we still have? Oh, we got law market access in Kyushu. Well, that's something that we could just fix with a railway, I suppose. And maybe we'll put in a couple more ports there as well. Get more convoys. Not that we necessarily need too much of them right now, but it's going to be future-proofing. Oh, look at that bureaucracy. Oh, man. Alright, we could maybe do some institutions over here again. Law enforcement might not be a bad idea. We're seeing how much we need that. On the other hand, the education access would be pretty good as well, for the literary rates and all that. Law enforcement, on the other hand, state penalties from turmoil would actually be quite smart. How much? It's 447 per institution level, so yeah, it's probably fine. Definitely not the best, but it's probably going to be good enough. And we're not trying to pass any laws. We could try passing the racial segregation again. I don't know if it's going to succeed, especially since that's going to anger the monks again. And it's going to have some bad, or the clergy again, so that's going to have some bad stuff happening from there. We've got a lot of construction going. Ooh, and expand power plants completed. Stable supply of power. Unlimited power. That's an extra third of production. Oh, 4,000 process on steam turbine. Or 3,000. I'm going to take the steam turbine, actually. Because we can then use coal power. And that's going to be even more. Right, so that's already unlocked. Oh, but that's level 4 tech. At the same time, it is level 4 tech that we just got 4,000 points for, so that's not too bad. Still losing a little bit of cash, but we started increasing the amount of credit that we can have. So overall, we actually benefited from this. Oh, right, it was Petit Bourgeoisie that was giving us a lot of the bureaucracy. Okay, so in that case, we might want to have a look at the low taxation again. Shubu is the one that has the... Oh, well, Shubu and Kansai, so we're going to build one on each of these. That's going to cost us a little bit in the build phase. And are they willing to take that piece over? No, not yet. Okay, well, they'll surrender one way or another. And then they won't have another uprising for a little bit, at least. I'm not going to take a white piece. Got all of that, and then all of this, and... Jacks. We do have a bit of steamers in here. Or need for more steamers. We are increasing the shipyards, to be fair, so that will be fixed soon enough. We need more porcelain. We did get the... Hold on, was it? Oh yeah, we got a glassworks over here. I'm going to give that another level, just in case. And maybe steel is... Well, it's probably okay. Are they offering... No, they're still not offering anything but white piece. Okay, they would take this deal now. There we go. So that's one less problem for a little bit. Although, well, there's actually quite a bit of peasants in here. So did they switch all the productions again? Yeah, they did. Alright, well, give me a few moments. I'm going to fix this. And now we're making some money again, since we don't have any armies active or anything like that. So that is going to be good for us. Hopefully we can start paying off some of the loans. We've still got 86,000 interest that we pay per week. So how much is the investment pool is still increasing? So we could probably put in one more construction sector over here. and increase the speed that we build things, so slowly but surely the money will start increasing. Admittedly, we also need to start, well, I suppose we've got a lot of authority problems there right now. To be fair, if we can get the monks to like us again, it's not that far off actually. Racial segregation, so, oh, the monks want to preserve, okay. Right. Oh, and the industrialist stopped, okay, so the investment pool is now dropping, but we still got 70 million there, so it's not going to run out quickly. As the, loyalist numbers are slowly increasing, radicals are also increasing. Oh, there we go, pump jack unlocked. And oil discovered in Western New Guinea. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. Well, well, well. So we could get an oil rig there. Let's start with that. So in the production, I think we're going to get the rubber mastication now. Let's focus on the construction or the production text right now, just to increase our economy a little bit, and then we can utilize that in a lot of other things. But we are unfortunately out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, I got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.